And how's it going, everybody? You know who it is. My name is San Wu, and we are live. And as you have already seen by the thumbnail and the title, the big time has come. The OPXY release is upon us. Today is the official release anyway, but as it so often happens, one of the retailers has uploaded the pictures a little bit early, and I don't want to make you suffer any longer. And actually, I haven't read the complete text about the product description, so I want to check that out too, and yeah, have a little live reaction to it. So without further ado, here we are. Hello, Steve Anderson. Here's the OPXY. Boom. So, the Teenage Engineering OPXY field, it is actually called. So that is interesting. They went with that. And I got this link from electronauts.com. And when I first saw the pictures only, I thought actually this was some Photoshop hack job. And usually I'm one to believe these things quite easily. But somehow it struck me as photoshopped. But now that I'm seeing it properly, it, does look legit, as they say. So OPXY, obviously this seems to be completely the same form factor as the OP1 field, apart from the keys being different. Yeah, what can I say? I mean, it looks nice. Now, if Teenage Engineering was really crazy, they would have made this design up just to mess with us leak speculators. That would be pretty funny, but I think it's going to be the real deal. So yeah, OPXY, let's look at the side view of this. So we've got the power switch, USB-C, audio in, out. I presume one of these will be, or actually two of these might be for MIDI. Yeah. And then we've got the backside. Do we gain any valuable... okay, we do gain valuable information of this. So yeah, we've got MIDI in and out and sync, as well as audio in and out. So that's pretty cool. Having proper MIDI on it, I think, is essential. That is something, for example, that's missing from the original OP1 field. And here we see the price already. That is heavy, heavy, heavy. $2,299. Ooh. Well, let's get to the description. What can this thing do? The Teenage Engineering OPXY redefines music production with its revolutionary design as a performance sequencer, synthesizer, and sampler. This unique instrument empowers you to create raw, hard-hitting compositions exactly as intended. Its core workflow revolves around step sequencing that balances precision with an intuitive, creative swing. Doesn't tell me much yet. With the OPXY, you stack musical ideas and phrases like building blocks. That sounds a bit tracker-like. It's got punch-in effects. That I like. I wish they would say punch-in effects that you can actually edit and not just whatever given punch-in effects there are. A unique brain chord progression, so that's for simpler music production, I guess. Nothing bad to have. I don't have anything against that. Enabling you to craft chord sequences by simply letting your hands do the talking. Uncompromising connectivity. Its powerful multi-output port lets you effortlessly switch between 4 different outputs. Huh? I don't quite understand that yet. Sounds interesting though. This uncompromised connectivity ensures your entire studio operates in seamless dialogue. I believe that when I see it, to be honest, because nothing in the studio ever is seamless. Multi-zone sampling, that was something to be expected as they've already implemented in the medieval EP 1320. So I'm glad to see that here. Pull samples from several zones. Simultaneous. Yeah, I guess it's just standard multi-sampling explained in a fancy way. Combined with its finely tuned synth engines, packing exceptional punch, geometric visualizers. Gyroscope function. Packs a dual CPU system capable of ultra-fast processing power and efficiency. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't think there is too much to conclude other than we're not really able to conclude too much from this. At least right now, my brain can't work it out. Sequencer based. Punch-in effects, we're always getting that. It's 8 tracks, seemingly. That's what we can see here. 1 to 8, 1 to 8. And this looks like a plug, XLR. My brain doesn't work, as I said. TRS plug. So are we working with audio tracks as well as synth tracks? I guess yes. 8 tracks and a master track, because I think these are 9 mixer faders. Yeah. My impressions, it looks cool. Do I want to have it? Absolutely yes. Do I think the price is crazy? Absolutely. I mean, wowee. That is a high price. Would I love to trade in my OP1 field for this? Also, absolutely yes. I'm a step sequencer guy, and yeah, that's always what I liked. And if that is anything like the OPZ step sequencer, then I would definitely like to have it. I didn't read anything about step components yet, so that kind of makes me suspicious of the whole thing, because the step components were really a crucial aspect of the OPZ, and if they're not here, I don't know what that means. But at the same time, I also believe that you get longer sequences here, so you can see it says 1 to 4 bars. And yeah, so you can have longer sequences than on the OPZ, or at least with a proper grid. On the OPZ, you could have longer sequences, but it meant that you had to squeeze the resolution a little bit. Yeah, sorry I can't see the chat right now. I'm gonna open the chat actually. Here you guys are. Oh, yoy, lots of people here. Hello, all of you. Lifted Noise, Slave to Pain, be jamming since birth. Wowzy from the OZ, Next Survival, Ian Dian. Sorry if I don't pronounce your names right, but welcome you all. Yeah, what do you think of this? Do you want to have it? Are you going to get it? And is there anything I might have missed? Ian and Ian. Yeah, Ian, true, the OP1 field discounts are gonna be crazy for sure. I agree with you. Um, yeah, the link Guitar Center, Teenage Engineering, it's up there. I can't chat right now. I don't know how to do that. Sorry. I mean, yeah, the price is absolutely ridiculous. Are people gonna buy it? Yes. Might I buy it? Perhaps. I don't think I got the cash loose for this much right now. Sadly. If you guys want me to buy one and want to donate, go ahead and help me out. But yeah, I don't think I can afford that right now. I think I gotta talk to my Sweetwater rep, which, just kidding, I don't have one. I'm in Japan, so no Sweetwater reps for me. Yeah, I mean, there's not much more to say here. That is the OPXY. It's insane, insanely priced, and I can't wait to see Teenage Engineering's official video. This is one of the pictures on the product page. Interesting. I want to have it. Yeah, 3 kidneys would be a good thing. Yeah, maybe I gotta find someone to steal one from. Yeah, overall, yes. So one thing that I gotta say, at first glance, I was kind of disappointed because when I heard that a new OPZ was in the works, I was wishing for them to really just fix what's wrong with the OPZ and not expand upon it in a elaborate fashion, if you know what I mean. And it seems a little bit like they strayed quite far from the OPZ territory, at least from what it seems like to me. Yeah. And I wanted them to just stick to the OPZ. The sequencer was already perfect, in my opinion, and worked as it should. They could have just improved the synth engines and the sampling, resampling, sample management. I've said it 1,000 times. All of those things could have been improved easily. Keep the sequencer as it was. Maybe give it a few more tape track options, more types of tape tracks and more effects. But yeah, I am not happy so far. Of course, I don't know how it works, but so far I'm not happy that it seems like it's very different from the OPZ. Yeah, because, why fix what's not broken? And I think the OPZ was very right in many ways. And I can see how this possibly goes in a very different direction, and then things that were given in the OPZ that were great in the OPZ are left out again. But this is all speculation, of course. I'm happy to hear that this is the most amazing device ever, and they've improved on everything in the OPZ and didn't add any nonsensical stuff. Yeah, I don't think there will be a true OPZ field, to be honest. I just can't imagine it now. If this is really a sequencer-based machine at a higher price point, I somehow don't think they're going to make an OPZ field. Sad. I think I'm going to cry and eat some chocolate after this stream. Yeah, this is not this is not the OPZ field I'm looking for, probably. I don't know. As I said, I might still get it. I'll probably get it. I don't know, unless the the official reveal really shows something truly annoying in the workflow, then I'll have to wait and buy it once there are some decent used prices, because yeah, how many effing dollars exactly? Hey Jamie, what up? I mean, suspended notes, this is from the Guitar Center website, so I guess that's what it looks like, unless Teenage Engineering is fooling us. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't sit completely right with me. What do you think the bottom left looks like? I don't think there's going to be anything on the bottom left, because you have keys on the bottom left and the speaker, so they're directly on the edge. So I don't think there are any ports. Ah, you mean, yes, the bottom. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I wonder what that is too. I don't know if that's going to be a weird pitch bend like the OPZ. If so, major fail, because the OPZ's pitch bend breaks easily. So that was a lot of negative stuff. Of course, the positives, they might make a great arranger keyboard. So if this is building on the sequencer of the KO2 and represents it in a graphic interface, it could be a cool sequencer for longer sequences. And if you have many tracks available, then it might be nice, you know. I was just playing devil's advocate here, but yeah, it could be cool. Maybe it's a great arranger keyboard of sorts. I have absolutely no idea. Yeah, I really don't hope it's that pitch bend from the OPZ. Anyway, how excited are we, or how much has your excitement dropped now that you've seen it? Yeah, might have cooler sequences. Yeah, I could imagine that if you're playing with phrases and you're able to punch in and out phrases, that could be interesting. I agree. I mean, at least I can say I like the form factor of the OP1 in terms of its weight, and it's a great size for having it on your lap. The OPZ was always a little bit too small. I don't know how much I like the idea of these keys here being step sequencer buttons, though. I don't know yet. Yeah, the Electron Tonwerk, we are all waiting for that one as well. So what else can we see here? So we've got, same as on the OG OP1, we've got effects 1 and 2. So that's going to be like on the OPZ, I guess you have 2 effect sends, I assume. Then button 6 on the OPXY is a tape button. So you've got effects, tape, maybe audio ins, outs, CV, MIDI, mushroom, and voice. So there's a head, or a head at least. What may that be for? Then these things down here, they must be the punch-in effects, but maybe they do have step components as well, because these could also be then step components, like velocity, ramp up, ramp down, random, pulse or multiplier, something else, and so on. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, design-wise, I'm excited to see this in real life because I don't think the render looks mega cool, but I could imagine that this device actually looks much nicer in real life. We shall see. God damn, we'll probably have to wait till, I would say, another, 5 hours at least. Likely 7 hours for the release. I think around that time they usually drop their official videos, but maybe now they gotta drop them earlier. Who knows? Does it come with a helicopter game? I don't think so. Tim Erickson, is anyone hyped by the Polyend synth? I mean, I think for jamming, it's probably a really cool synth. I've got too much stuff right now anyway. I'm not so easily hyped at the moment. But I think they've done something really interesting there in that, you just play by feeling and you have multiple layers of sequencer available. That is pretty cool. Also, there aren't that many multi-timbral synthesizers being made that you can actually play. So I think it's quite cool. Shout out to Polyend. You can send me one over. So, in terms of tracks, it looks like this has 8 tracks, as you can see on the top left button, 1 to 8 it says, and the button next to it says 1 to 8 as well. So I think we may have 8 synthesizer tracks as well as 8 audio tracks. And if that's the case, I mean, that is pretty nice. That, can't lie, that is quite a lot. We don't know. Such little description we got. I mean, the fact that it says a dual CPU in the product description. Wait, let me scroll down there again. Dual CPU. Here, dual CPU. Makes me think if they're making a point of mentioning that, I assume this only has one CPU, otherwise they'd probably have mentioned that. Yeah, dual CPU, so maybe, it can handle quite a few voices. I'm excited about what are the synth engines actually, and yeah, how is the sequencing handled? SP, I absolutely don't think that Teenage Engineering will give any updates to the OPZ, to be honest. I think they're done with it. At least it seems like that to me. It's probably not the most popular product. At least when, like in terms of videos, like this format here does better on videos, and is nicer to look at. And I think the KO2 was a huge success, but I think the OPZ is very much on the sidelines as it is now. And I don't think they're going to update it, as the build is also not as good. And yeah, just too many things iffy with it, I believe. Exactly. I don't think they're selling a lot of new OPZs. Yep. Back to big picture. So, anything else I could have missed, or anything else we can find out? So, what's here? So, it still has a sequencer button as the OP1 has. It's just got a few dots more. We got a shift button here, stop, play, record, yes, so we don't have lift, drop, cut. Yeah, so I guess that might mean that we don't have any audio tracks, because there would have to be some means of copying, lifting, dropping, but maybe also the quilt pen icon up here could also be something like copy or so. I don't know. All right, synth, whatever this is, inputs. I guess that is an arranger, maybe arranger button here. Mixer 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. They will be contextual buttons again, I guess. And then here we've got these things. Yeah, it's difficult. Teenage Engineering, come on. We need a little discount here, don't we? And by the way, TE guys, don't blame me. I didn't put this online, yeah? Guitar Center did. So I'm sorry in advance. If you guys are seeing this, write in the chat if you're upset. Matthias, it seems to be part of the field series. So in the Guitar Center description, it says OPXY field. So I guess Teenage Engineering just didn't mention that yet. Oh, American Musical also leaked it. Is there any more description to it on other retailers? So how many of you guys have pre-ordered now? Anyone? Because, I mean, it seems like you can put it in your cart now. I want to know, how many of you? Raise your hand if you just spent $2,300. I don't think it says in the description if this has velocity or not, but since they implemented velocity sensitivity in some way in the OP1 field, I would assume they do it here as well. Yeah, no more pre-orders. That's a good thought, yeah. On rent. I see. Yeah. Well, smart decision. Sadly, in Japan, I don't have a shop where I can do this. So there's no buying and sending it back here, which is sad, because otherwise I would get it now too. So be jamming since birth. I'm looking forward to your videos, and I'm jealous. Yeah. Oh, Tim, 8 GB storage 512 megabytes RAM. Where did you get this information? Oh, damn, I didn't see the link sent above. I'm a bit slow. I don't know. I didn't know you could put links in here. Ah, the American music. I see. American. Let me. Let's check that out together, shall we? I see. I can't. What is it? There we go. All right. New page, new luck. All right. 64-step sequencer, 16 by 4 pages. That sounds good. Ah, okay. So you guys knew it all. 24 voice polyphony. Yeah. Sounds all right. Let me see. The OPZ could do. The OPZ had 2 voices per sample track. So the first 4 tracks each had 2 voices. So that is 8 voice polyphony. Then we had the bass track that makes 9 voices. The lead track that makes 12 voices. Plus the ARP track, which would be 15 voices. And then plus the chord track, which I think could have up to 8 voices. So maybe I embarrass myself with my maths, but that would be 23 voices. On top of that, you had the tape track, which theoretically is another voice, I guess. So that is pretty similar, actually, to the OPZ. Stereo, though, stereo signal path, drum and synth multi-sampler. So I guess we still don't have a drum synth. Yeah. I mean, of course, the great thing about the OP1 field was the battery. So definitely having that battery in such a device is amazing. Having hundreds of user projects as well, pretty sweet. Library of built-in effects. Yeah. Sequencing tracks one by one, then building layers of a song. Yeah, so I guess you punch in phrases. So you create, I assume it is a bit tracker-like that you create phrases for a certain instrument and then punch them in and out in a longer sequence or something like that. I have no idea. It's just what I'm thinking. Yep. OPXY, all one word for AMS. Yeah, exactly. No drum synths. I find, if that is the case, I find that a little bit disappointing. I mean, why wouldn't they put the microtonic engine in there. But who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna go cry in a corner now because I'm not a millionaire. And wait for threats against my leaks. No, just kidding. I love the Teenage Engineering guys. All good. Alexander Cook, you're saving your yens for Digitone too. Yes. So you're in Japan too. Hello from Niigata. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saving for. I mean, I will really have to watch this reveal really closely and then make a decision. Thanks, David. Much appreciated. Yeah. What was it? Crying in the corner, right? And also, there are gonna be a few releases today, so it's Teenage Engineering. Bustle is also releasing, so stay tuned for that. And what else can we expect? I mean, definitely companies want our Christmas money. That is for sure. And I don't know how much I have of that. Thank you, Luke. Thanks, guys. Much appreciated. I appreciate your support, and I appreciate that so many of you have shown up here in the chat and speculated with me. It's really cool. I didn't expect that at this time of day. And yeah, feel free to, after this stream is done, leave a comment in the comment section. It always helps the algorithm. You guys know that. Leave a like on the stream if you want. And yeah, I appreciate your viewership. I appreciate you coming back, and I'm looking forward to sharing some new videos with you soon. Maybe on the OPXY, who knows? I don't know yet. I gotta think and sleep on that. All right. Have a wonderful day. Hope to see you soon, and peace.